Saw X, or should I say Saw 1.5, is directed by Kevin Greutert and is currently playing in theaters tonight, Thursday night, baby. First off, I gotta say, was nasty about this before the movie even starts, man. Remember back in the day when you'd watch Lionsgate movies, especially horror movies, back like in the early 2000s, when that old school like Lionsgate logo would come up with the gears and stuff with that cool noise and then the Twisted Pictures thing and all that shit? Well, guess what? It's fucking back, dude. They brought back the old school nastiness. And yes, as well, we have Tobin Bell is back as John Kramer, and Shawnee Smith, she's back as well as Amanda Young. And I say this is 1.5 because the story takes place between parts 1 and 2. So this is when John is terribly ill from his brain cancer, going to cancer support groups, hoping that maybe there's a chance to beat this thing. And to his luck, he's given a name of a company who does just that. A company who's created a serum that will supposedly cure his cancer. So of course, my man is optimistic, decides to take the Pepsi challenge and go all in and visit the facility. He's introduced to the doctors and former patients and who were recently cured and whatnot, and this is just giving him even more confidence. So he gets the procedure and is told he should be back actually to normal, or I should say feel better within a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, he finds out that there was no cure in the first place. These people are all grifters, dude, cheating people out of their money. It's kind of funny though, right? The man who creates games for his victims to play gets played himself. Damn. Now most people would crumble, after this news, but this is Jigsaw, and he don't play that shit. Just like Homie don't play that shit. Old school tech. Anyways, now it's time for him to create more games to be played. Soya is on his way, which stands for the sound of your ass. Now, yes, this was good, dude. I mean, with Kramer back, it felt like a throwback to the old school Saw days. The first movies, the first few. And I'll say this movie's actually kind of cut into two parts. First part is about John Kramer's struggles with his brain cancer, getting screwed over by this fake company and whatnot. And the cool thing is also we get to see different parts of this man. I mean, we get to see his more vulnerable parts, more sensitive side of him. Plus, there's some other interesting things you find out about his background, which I'll kind of leave on the under. But what's funny is you almost forget that this dude set traps for people during this time. He's still killing motherfuckers. But the funny thing about it, he reminds you in the second half, and boy, there's some brutal traps that are really cool and nasty. And the crazy part is I almost forgot how nasty these traps were though, man. God damn. And I'll be real with you guys, I haven't watched the old Saw flicks in a while, so I'm not too sure if these traps are as brutal or if not more. But goddamn, dude, people got worked in this one. Call me crazy though, dude. I mean, it seems like R-rated flicks are getting away with more nastiness. I could be wrong, but just some pretty sick sequences in this one, dude. And I don't mean shit's as insinuated. I'm talking about you actually see the shit. Brutal shit happen. I won't say it's as bad as Terrifier 2 brutal, but it does kind of, border that line though. But either way, I like it. Plus, each trap is specifically made for the person and whatever their crimes are deemed by Mr. Kramer himself. Pretty cool to see Amanda back, dude. And this being between parts 1 and 2, like I said, she's still learning the craft and whatnot, so she's kind of like the young Padawan, if you will. There's some attempts at some humorous one-liners, dude, but if anything, that's the only thing that kind of fell flat in this movie. But, overall, when we go over to see Saw, though, we want to hear the man himself speak and talk some shit, right? Jigsaw himself. And there's plenty of that in this one, dude. When you press the little tapes, dude, little cassette tapes, and listen to him talk about playing a game and shit, dude, and live or die, the choice is yours. Woo! That's straight Soya, dude. I love it. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're going to watch this movie, especially opening weekend, watch it at night with a lively crowd because you are bound to hear some folks howl their asses off at the right times, dude. I promise you. And, alright, so there's been 10 Saws now, right? This being Saw X, right? Or Saw 1.5. I kind of asked myself this question, is Saw back? And honestly, in my opinion, I say no. Especially since this is more of a prequel than anything else. I mean, think about it. They had to go back to the OG John Kramer Jigsaw. When it comes down to it, he is the connective tissue to the entire story. And the reason why we all enjoy this stuff, right? Any other character they brought after this, after he died, in his place, it just wasn't the same, and I think the box office numbers prove it. I mean, yeah, the death traps were cool and whatnot, though, but I mean, the story kind of, just kind of, whatever, right? So I say let this be the final one, go out with a bang, and let sleeping dogs lie. I feel this is the perfect way, to kind of put a ribbon on things. By John Kramer getting the last word, the last and final word. If you can believe it, dude, there's also a mid-credit scene, too. So my only recommendation is to watch, in this order, too, okay? Watch Saw 1, and then Saw X, and then Saw 2. Watch it in that order. Enough said, dude, and you'll enjoy yourselves. Dude, October's around the corner. We about to make it extra nasty, folks, and I cannot wait. But anyways, that's next week. We hold off. We gonna chill. But anyhow, though, that is all for today. Stay nasty, my friends, and I will see you at the next one. Shay Nasty out.
I'll see you soon.
Like and subscribe.